There we go. You can feel a thrum of energy coming from above. With the 24, it's clear that the source of the illusion, the enchantment which covers Belkane, is coming from the town hall, or the pseudo real town hall in which you now occupy. Something on the upper floors, which are again impossibly out of reach, but are also not really out of reach because it's an
Can they see me in the second floor?
Yeah, they can see you.
All right, and I can see them.
You can see them, and they do
Okay.
look like they are on a first floor and you're on a second floor.
Okay.
And above you, you can see infinitely tessellating stairs, slowly moving
Okay.
around.
I also use my action to go to the stairs, to reach the stairs.
Okay,
Okay,
So,
I don't reach them.
that's okay.
I can only go there. Okay.
So, and Pickle, what do you do?
Pickle will tumble backwards and slice at the marauding clothing.
Okay, dokes. Go for it.
The brown tattered robes. You should know better.
The brown tattered robes do not know better and are struck by your blade, which pierces through them and rips the cloth. But they continue to kind of dangle there in air.
Ah, these things are tough. It's probably needs fire to finish them off. Hint, hint.
Yo, use that offhand. Yo. Oh,
That didn't hit.
And
I don't
as
have
you-
advantage.
As you like stab at it, your blade just gets like tangled up in the thick wadding of cloth, and it doesn't like cut. And you just kind of like pull your blade back before it like gets snatched out of your hand. Brother Lauren, what do you do?
I'm going to smash the shit out of this cloth, dude.
Go for it.
Cloth smash. Oh crap.
Okay, so this is the magical longsword, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you swing the magical longsword at the cloth, and as you do so, the entire like cloth ripples for a second, and you see, instead of this like matte plain brown robe, you see like a ruffled collar with a purple waistcoat and brown tan pants and a belt. And they all
what?
look like they've been burnt. There's like ash and soot on them. And then as your blade like swings out the other side, there's a plain brown robe there again.
Wait. Explain that to me. So it's burned clothes.
So
It
you like
turns
swing
into-
your sword towards it. The brown robe ripples, and suddenly you see
Uh-huh.
like this like purple waistcoat with a ruffled collar, brown tan pants and a belt, and they're just kind of like burnt and singed, blackened in parts with ash on them. And then as you complete your swing, the brown robes are back, and it doesn't look like you harmed it.
Okay. Okay, I draw some insight from this action with the blade. I did try to hit with it previously, and I struck true.
That
So,
is correct.
does anything else happen, or did everything happen as according to?
Everything happens as it was.
Okay.
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 It lunges towards you, Lauren.
Okay. Try me, bitch.
And it like
Not enough.
slams against your shield, and you feel the cloth wrapping around it and pull, and for a moment you feel like this immense strength, and then you kind of like have to shove it back, and it feels much heavier and threatening for like maybe a second or two, and then it's back to like flailing against you with noodly bits of cloth. Rakust?
I'm gonna say I found the records, guys. I'm gonna go and try and grab what we wanted and leave. And I'm gonna go towards the record store
Okay.
and open it.
What
do I see?
Okay. The records door is this door here. I know it doesn't look like a
Oh.
door, but that's because I suck at drawing. Okay.
It's fine.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
I thought it was those stairs.
You see a long curving corridor with rows upon 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 rows
Yeah,
upon rows upon rows
I
upon
get the
rows upon
idea.
rows of bookshelves, like just going back as far as you can see, and they curve around. And as you open the door, you see 3 creatures hovering in midair.
Oh.
Doop, doop.
Can I do Arcana since I don't know?
They are the same creature you saw before.
Oh,
Um,
but 3 of them?
Clothings or gobbles?
Like little fey creatures. They're maybe about the size of Raku's hand, armed with like tiny needle-like swords and even tinier little bows, and they're just flying there. And Rakus, as you open the door, it kind of looks like they were caught doing something, and you see them like go awkwardly. And that's your turn. Then it will
Yeah.
be Philly who's top of the initiative, so I need to roll initiative for the Fae. I mean, the maybe Fae, maybe not. They're Fae. Cool. So, Rakust, you like opening doors, don't you?
Only when some people take a while to get through a door.
Okay. Doop. Doop. And descending. Okay, so, Rakust, your shot. You open the door, and
Yeah.
a tiny little arrow comes flying towards you.
Hmm.
Phtoof.
We don't. Oh, I am shot.
Yep. Could you make a Constitution saving throw?
Yep.
Okay. You feel fine, but you take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
And the creature goes. It is I, right? 1, 2, 3,
Yes,
4,
it's
5,
I.
6, 7. And you see it like just fly down. So it like shoots you in the cheek with like this tiny arrow, and it goes tee-hee, and like flaps away, kind of like a little butterfly.
These guys are needlessly annoying.
So Philly, what you do?
I cast Expeditious Retreat,
Okay.
and I join Rakust.
Are you casting it on yourself?
Yes.
Okie dokes. So move up there.
Okay. Let me just click it. I think I don't need to roll anything, if
No,
I'm
it's
right.
just you get plus 30 movement.
I think I get to use the dash action
Oh,
as
is it different
a
in 5th edition, isn't it? Of course it is. Why would it be the same?
as a bonus action. Oh, what have I done? How much do I move? Let me see. Dash action.
Yeah, you can use dash as a bonus. Yep. So it would be 60. Oh wait, you're
60.
a halfling, are you?
It's 20.
Yeah.
It's
30 plus 30.
It's okay. So it's
Because you can move 30 as normal and then 30 from the dash.
30. Oh, yeah. Okay. I am. Okay. I'm here. Okay, so I can't do anything else. I just stay here.
Okay.
Well, it's a bonus action to cast Expeditious Retreat, right?
But he's
To you.
action to dash.
Yeah, but it's a first level. The only thing you'll be able to do is make a weapon attack or something.
But is it not possible to use a cantrip?
He's using Expeditious Retreat and dashing, so that would be his turn.
Okay.
Well, oh yeah.
I mean, he's using
Well, hold
a main
on.
action to dash rather than a bonus action granted by Expeditious Retreat to dash. But
Yes, that
that's
is
his
true.
turn. He's moving 60 feet and casting the spell.
Yeah. Yep. Everything's in order.
Cool. Pickle, what you do?
Try to
you
finish
see
off
up
the,
above Rakust opening the door and then like giggling, and you see down on the ground this clothing refusing to crumple.
Smash
Yeah.
that motherfucking piece of smash that article.
Okay.
Oh.
So you thrust your sword into it, and it just like folds neatly, and then sits on the ground
Excellent.
in
Good.
various little pieces.
Alright,
And
there's
that's-
my movement. And then
I make the lamest joke possible. I said, I guess that's how the story folds out. All right.
as I'm moving, I sheathe my sword and dagger and get my bow ready.
Okay.
Um,
What do you do? The wardrobe of clothing has been defeated.
that's 20. So moving up to like this place would be 25 feet of movement, and then I do have a dash left. Gotta move up here. Is the doorway blocked, or can I get past here?
I mean, they're your allies. You can like barge through them, leap over them. They're not going to hinder you in any way. So yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk right up to that D. Also, if somebody like dashes away, you get an opportunity attack.
Yep. That's
Can that opportunity attack be a grapple as a reaction?
No, a attack of opportunity can only be a standard attack.
Okay. Now I know.
Speaking of which, D moves away from you.
To which I respond, "Don't," and swipe at it.
Go for it.
Oh no! 4
So you
damage.
slam your sword into it, and it just turns into a solid lump of stone, and then falls on the ground and shatters. Oh, the other little tiny fey creature goes, "Aw, too bad," and shoots Brother Lauren in the face.
Oh, well. Let's see if we can get past my.
They got past mine, so.
He can't. And then he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rakust, you get an attack of opportunity as the
Oh,
Fae flies past you.
can I do it non-lethally? I guess.
You can attempt to. You can attempt to, yes,
Oh hell no!
You
Let's
can
finish
atta-
these things
because
off.
it's a melee.
I don't feel sorry for these guys at all, right now.
It
are-
doesn't impose disadvantage, right?
No, it
Bring
doesn't.
on-
It's just
No?
if you
It's-
kill it with a melee attack, you can choose to not kill it.
Oh, okay.
Cool. So how do you non-lethally knock it out?
I don't know. It's pretty small. How can I non-lethal? I guess
swat
I-
it like a fly out of the air and force it to crash land.
Yeah, I guess that would be pretty much how I would do that.
Okay. In which case, you like raise your warhammer to stop it, and it like slams into your warhammer like comic cartoon style. Ka-dong! And it goes, oh, and slides off it, and falls to the ground.
Near me, right? Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Rakust, what do you do?
What do I do? Guess I'll grab it.
You grab the unconscious Fae. It's in your
Yeah.
hand.
Now that it's closer, let's identify it.
I guess.
Perhaps when you're not in combat.
Perhaps when you give me an opportunity to do what I want.
No.
Alright.
It's
I tell
unconscious.
Rakust, just put it in your pocket for later. Let's take care of Mr.
Can I-
I.
What's the word? Strap it to my belt.
Do you
As
want to
the
just
way
like
he-
stick it in your belt like a gangster pistol?
I guess.
Okie dokie.
I just
done.
want it to stay there, stuck, not run away. Can I still move inside there?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll move inside and start looking at the shelves and see if I find anything useful.
Okay, so as you begin looking at the shelves, you get shot.
Okay.
And it like bounces off.
I block it with my shield. As I
Excuse
was
me, I'm
already
trying to read
expecting.
here. And the creature continues flying away from you. And Philly, what do you do?
Sorry about that. What?
What do you do?
Where's the thing? The thing's there. I firebolt it.
If you're firebolting O is unconscious and in the belt of Rakust.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is not just
It's
open
a corridor.
space.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a curving corridor which just infinitely curves.
Maybe it's an
10,
illusion. What?
So
let's see. So if
15.
he's standing from there, no, he wouldn't be able to get line of sight with maximum movement.
So I can use dash. Okay, so as a
Oh, yeah,
bonus
you can-
action.
Yeah, he's
So
got
I
extra.
can-
You can
I
use
can
it
get
dash
that?
as a bonus action. Yeah, you can firebolt it from there if you just
So-
sprint after it.
15 plus 30. Okay. If I stay here, do I have cover?
Yeah.
But so does he.
Okay, so I better not do that. Okay.
Well,
So I
remember,
get-
you can split your movement up, so you
Oh.
can move, attack, and then move back into cover.
You can go
Okay.
up. You can
So,
go up. You can go
I
back.
shoot it from here and then I retreat.
Okay. Roll up the attack.
Strike him down. Make him suffer for his illusions.
Yeah. Bring them down. Still should be working. Why isn't this working? Oh. No.
Okay, so your
This didn't
firebolt
work.
flies out of your
Yes.
hand and quickly erupts into 3 firebolts, which like hit the floor, ceiling, and left wall. And then you duck back behind a bookshelf. And Pickle, what do you do?
Pickle will run up and step next to Philly and take a shot.
Okay, dokes.
Oh, that's not.
It hits
Damn.
the book that suddenly appears in front of you. Brother Lauren,
Okay.
what do you do?
Let's see. 25 feet of movement. 10, 15. From there, I do not have complete line of sight, or he's in cover.
Just look for the papers and let's leave.
Would he have cover from this position? Or
Yes.
would I? Yeah. Well, if I throw a javelin, I'm already at disadvantage. Will I get an extra penalty for doing that?
You don't get disadvantage for it having cover, it gets a higher armor.
Yeah, okay. Well, fuck that. I'm gonna look at the bookshelves and see if there's actually a pattern, like if they're sorted in any sort of way, like alphabetically or whatever, just so we can more easily find the file that we need.
Ghost, what do you do?
Yes, I'm doing the same. I don't know.
Okay. So, back to I. Do. Combat is now over. Yeah. 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 There we go. Doop. Doop. So, do.
O's still with me, right?
So, O is still in your belt, but as you see I like continuing to like fly away, the room just suddenly like stops. Where the corridor continued to curve, there's now a wall filled with books, and you see the bookshelves like beginning to collapse and crumble. The books are turning to ash and dust, and you can see that there aren't an infinite amount of bookshelves. There are a very mundane amount of bookshelves. Combat's over. Rakust and Brother Lauren, you're looking through the books. You're looking for records of execution?
Yes.
Okay. It's a simple matter. It takes you a couple more minutes, and you find the magistrate records signed by Gerasilvinas himself.
I wrote it down. It was Geir. Fuck, I gotta move your stupid face out of the way. Geir Alcibiades.
Okay. You
Geir
find-
Alcibiades.
You find the magistrate's records, and the tome is mostly intact. A couple of pages are singed and burnt, but other than that, they're fine. The immediate threat is over. You can hear the clicking and slamming of staircases all around as the rooms shrink and grow, and you get this kind of weird like bubbling effect. So I think the adventure for today is over, and you'll be returning to Haven. But before you do that,
I would like to.
Before you do that, would you like to have any interaction with your prisoner?
That's what I was gonna say. I want to
I know.
identify this
that's,
fucker.
That's why I was wanting you to let me finish my sentence. God.
Well, I know your sentence. I know you better than you know yourself, Blazeit.
Okay, so how do you want to identify the creature?
Well, I don't know. I checked for religion, so I've already done that.
I guess Arcana is the next.
I mean, I'll
step.
cut you some slack here. If you attempt to identify the creature, you're not going to gain anything further than what you already know. It's a fae. It seems like a sprite, but it's not. Because
Well,
sprites
that's
are
what
inherently goodly creatures.
Yeah.
And
Can we?
What I wanted to do is basically make an insight check to like. I just wanted to know like the motivation and if I can connect that to
in
anything.
which case, just make an insight.
Oh, 20. That's good.
Malicious pranksters.
Malicious pranksters.
They
So it's
enjoy
precisely what I
pain
thought.
and humor.
Pain and humor. So I can assume that they're not really out to like murder as much as they're just to like annoy and
I mean,
idiots.
can you assume that? I feel with a 20, you would know that they are inherently malicious to the point of murder. I mean, you are in
Okay.
a ruins village where they are just kind of like prancing around.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna set up a note to myself: exterminate the idiots. And that's it.
Okay. So, Rakust, you're the one with the creature.
I guess he's my prisoner, and I'm taking him to Haven.
And how are you containing him?
Does anybody have a glass jar? I want to put it in there. We can open it up and we can use it like a fairy to recover all our hearts. I have manacles, but those aren't gonna help.
I got a mess kit. I don't know if that's gonna help.
Yeah, looking through your
You might
mess
be-
kit, you find like a
Well, you could stick it in the
like
mess
a
kit
metal,
itself.
a metal cup
Yeah,
with a lid.
That was what I was thinking.
We can dip them
Or
into
you
the
can put 'em in
holy
a
water
pot.
flask.
I mean, you can put him in a pot.
You can put them in the gosh dang holy water case. See if it burns.
No, the holy water's too small. It's like a tiny little.
Oh, wait, I have a lamp, a lantern.
Yeah, if you take like the candle and wick out of it, you could easily stuff him in that and lock it.
Oh,
I can turn the wick down and
Excellent. We'll have,
let's
a,
do
a
that.
bit of rope.
we'll have a malicious fey lantern.
So you put the creature inside your lantern.
Yes.
Awesome.
Malicious fey lantern. Put it in the Last Hope Tavern. Watch it. Give middle fingers too tiny to see at customers.
Okay. So I think the question would be: are you wanting to, make your way back to Haven, and when this creature awakens, question it?
yes,
Yeah.
I'd like to know what it is exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, time passes, and you're mysteriously on your magical journey back to Haven, unfettered by the demands of combat. Just to be absolutely clear, you now know that the mayor's house, the town hall, is the center of the illusion because of the roll that Philly made, the 20 on Arcana. You could sense like a thrumming power coming from the upper floors of this ridiculous building, which is the source of the illusion that is shaded over Belhaim. So you're on your way back, and the creature wakes up, looks around, and looks out and like taps on the glass, and you hear like a tick 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 tick. So is it Rakust or Brother Lauren that has this lantern?
I don't know who had the lantern.
I believe it was Philly who had the lantern.
Well, it's my lantern, and
Oh.
I don't
so
care who
pick it.
carries it.
Oh,
I mean, we can set it down in camp when needed.
yeah. I have proficiency in persuasion and insight, so I'm like the interrogation guy. I've interrogated several bandits before and redeemed them. I've also kicked several down a well, as you've seen for yourselves. So I think I'm pretty good at talking.
Okay. So it like goes tick 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 on the glass,
Oh, hey, you're awake. Excellent. Okay, look, my dick is not in the mood for this, so let's
It
get down.
turns around, pulls down
get
its
down
tiny
to it.
little pants, and sticks its butt against the glass, and just wiggles it back and forth.
All right. Listen, I'm gonna make it perfectly clear.
It then pulls its pants back up, flies upside down, and goes.
You
Pickle's
give
going
it-
to turn the wick up a little bit so that it's sticking out and say, "Hey, Philly, if this little thing doesn't behave, can you light the wick with prestidigitation, please?"
Okay.
See if that has any
Yeah.
effect on the behavior of the
tiny
sprite.
little creature walks over to the wick, grabs it, and pulls it out, and just like drops it in the corner of the lantern.
Well, it'll still burn there too. It's soaked in light boil.
Also, all right. So either you can talk or you're grounded. And by grounded, I mean that I'm literally gonna take a nail and hammer you to the fucking floor.
Do any of you speak Sylvan?
Speak what?
Nope.
No.
It says something in a language that none of you understand.
Common, do you speak it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I said that you were the son of the dirt.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Good. Set the lantern on fire. Set the lantern on fire, please. I'd like you to, if you set the lantern on fire, I want this fucker to burn.
It looks pointedly at Brother Lauren, walks over to the wick, and like wraps it around itself.
So,
I don't know if it wants to die or wants us to think that it might want to die, but actually is going to turn into a bunch of mist and then fly away like a vampire.
You could threaten
It
it
just
with your
keeps-
sword. That seemed to have an effect on the other one.
the other one turns into a rock.
All right, I'm gonna pull out the sword. After I've spent a little while with it, and we did travel all the way back, which I suppose took some time. Have I
You can-
learned
you
anything
can
from the
be attuned
using the
to it
sword?
if you wish.
All right, I want to be attuned to the sword.
You are attuned
And-
to the sword. It is definitely magical. And as you point it at the Fae, it glows a pale blue.
What does that mean? Can somebody? I look at the arcane one, and I'm like, can you do an arcane check to see what this actually does?
I think-
What this is.
Philly, it's simple business for you to know. I mean, you can experiment by pulling the sword away, pulling the sword back. It glows in the presence of Fae. Much like
Interesting.
Frodo's sword, Sting. In
Oh,
orcs.
this is excellent. So now I have no. Oh my god! I have the power to identify celestials, fiends, undead, and Fae now. My divine sense weakness has been overcome. This is excellent. All right.
You can also feel that it's like kind of vibrating and a bit warm in your hand as you point it at the Fae.
Hmm.
And it's just like sitting on where the wick was pulled out of with it wrapped around it.
so what?
Playing
wonder if
with
it
the
makes
end
you-
of it.
So
And-
what do we want to get out of this Fae?
Well, clearly it doesn't want to cooperate. So I say we set it on fire until it begs us to stop.
Well, you
That's my
can just
suggestion.
take it to
Oh,
Haven.
please, Vista, please!
Oh, fuck you. Okay. Just
Oh, I'm much too small for that. You'd have to bend over first.
do you want me to shove you up my ass? Is that what you really want?
Oh!
Is what? I'm not gonna give you what you want. So if that's what you really
Oh,
want,
please don't shove me up your ass, sir! Oh god, not that!
This has gotten very weird.
we're not getting anywhere from this.
Can we do a persuasion check?
I tried. I tried.
Yeah.
I told him that I would nail him to the fucking floor, and he didn't react at all. I didn't even get the chance to roll.
I mean, does someone want to roll a persuade check?
I can roll a persuade check. I'm like, okay.
Tell me
I
what
look
you're
at him,
trying
I-
to do and roll a persuade check.
I want to keep him as a pet.
Because, you know, it seems to me like you're not trying to persuade, it seems like you're trying to intimidate.
Okay.
I was trying
Yes.
to intimidate it
So,
originally. All right.
roll an intimidation check, Brother Lauren.
Yeah, I was trying to intimidate. I'm like, you can speak, or I'm gonna nail it to the fucking floorboards. I was being spooky.
The little tiny Fae just like giggles uncontrollably, and it just like starts rotating in the center of the lantern with this wick tied around it. And it's like, flame on, flame off, flame on, flame off, and then it says something in a language you can't understand. It says
I'm
something
telling
like
you.
this.
So we're back at Haven, right?
You're on the road.
Let's take him to the Templar and tell him that this is
Exactly.
an asshole. We will take him to the Templar and say, this asshole's a piece of shit, and he's
Oh,
casting
not the
illusion
Templar.
upon...
The Seneschal.
I
Templar
think
wants
the
the
Templar.
dead guy or the undead guy taken care of. The Seneschal wants the Scourge of Beltane taken care of, which is these illusions.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
Well, we can
well,
go to
thanks,
Templar
Mark.
Damien even without killing the undead guy. We just
Yeah.
ask him what this is, and
Well, they both told us, they both told us that they sent people there and they sensed illusions, and I think they both deserve to know that these are assholes, and they're causing illusions, and they have tiny dicks, and they do not cooperate.
The tiny little Fae rotating in the lantern goes, illusions? No, wasn't me. Wasn't me.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Oh, well, I could tell you who it was.
Would you like to tell me who it was?
Please?
Would you like to light me on fire?
If I light you on
Cold.
if I light you on fire, will you tell me who did the illusions?
It nods and it's like, yeah.
Can I tell if this is a bad idea?
I whisper to Philly to create fake fire.
okay,
See
so
if that works.
I can with
Prestidigitation.
prestidigitation. I can make a false. I can create false warmth, and I can create a minor illusion.
Yeah,
So-
and you can use 3 of those effects at once, so you can create a false fire around them.
Okay,
That feels warm.
Yeah.
and there's no role involved, right? I think
I think it
I
would
guess
just be a
deception.
persuasion test against the creature. So just roll
Okay.
a persuasion, and you can add your proficiency if you're proficient in Arcana.
Okay, so it's a D20 plus D20 plus. Let's see, my
Charisma.
Should be 4.
well, yeah.
plus 4 plus.
2 for your
D20 plus
intelligence, 2 for your proficiency.
Okay, 20 plus 4. 14.
So it begins to like crackle with warmth, and you feel the edges of the lantern growing, and like this small flame appears around it, and it goes, "Oh, I thought you had some bark. No, guess not." And it like sadly drops the wick on the bottom of the lantern, and then poof, it's gone.
See, I told you we should have just lit it on fucking fire.
Yeah.
I told you
Light
from
the
the
wick
from the second my intimidation roll didn't register, I told you we should have set it on fire, and you didn't believe me. Oh well.
I'll shake the lantern like a
So you pick up the
like a
lantern
seltzer shaker.
and shake it around, and you hear a "ow, oof, ow, oof!" And the little tiny Fae reappears, looking very upset, and crosses its arms and goes,
Oh,
well, I guess that
see,
one
it just
didn't work. I guess you got
see, it just turned
brain."
invisible. All right, fine. Okay, now we can set it on fire. Try that. Can you just actually put
And
it on
like
fucking
rubs
fire?
its face.
Do we actually put it on fire?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tired of going
It
with
Yes.
like
this
picks up the wick and wraps it round its neck like some sort of like like a snake or something, and it's like.
Okay, so I create a small flame in the palm of my hand, and I light the container.
Okay.
the entire container.
There's like
You're gonna
a
melt the lantern.
there's like a a brief flame as the wick catches fire. How like are you destroying the lantern, like, or are you trying to like channel the fire onto the wick to cause it to burn inside?
I only want it to burn inside.
Okay, so like the wick catches on fire, and you see the little tiny Fae going ah ah ah, and then it stops screaming, and a pile of like ash falls to the ground.
Yeah, you see. The only thing these people understand is death and suffering. We learned something today. These guys are assholes. Also, we didn't take him to the Templar before doing any of this, so now it's just now it's over. All right,
My Fey lantern.
all right. I lay down
By
on.
the way, Pickle, you need a new wick,
Yep.
and your lantern smells funny. Kind of smells like a whoopee cushion. So, in summary, you're heading back to town, visiting Templar Damien and Seneschal Milosh, collecting reward for the records, and informing both parties of what you discovered.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yep.
And we have proof in the form of fairy dust / ash.
Okay, so in the execution records, both Seneschal Milosh and Templar Damien are interested in them. Seneschal Milosh has a reward, Templar Damien does not. So I'm assuming that you give it to Seneschal Milosh, and then Templar Damien will have to get
Yes.
sloppy seconds.
Yeah. Is it possible to copy the records?
Well, the pertinent data will probably be copied by the Seneschal and given to the Templar.
Yeah.
because it'll
Then
be a
we're
matter
gonna
of
turn it
public-
to.
It'll be
Yeah,
a
we're
matter of
gonna-
public. It'll be a matter of public record once it's with the Seneschal. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Then we take the reward naturally.
Okay.
Money.
So
That's
you
what
gain 25 gold for that. There's no reward because you didn't defeat Halkura or the Scourge, but you now know very distinctly where the Scourge is
Yes.
powered from, and that it's different from Halkura. Halkura is an undead in the chapel. The Scourge is fairies.
What a fucking difference. You have a fairy plague and an undead fucking asshole in the same city, and all of the inhabitants are dead or fled.
It's wonderful. It's the best. So you do learn something that you perhaps don't already know. You learn that the person that you found, the signet ring and the sword, belong to Lord Grimaldi. This information is given to you by Templar Damien, who seems to know this from Monk Talbot's records. And you're informed that Lord Grimaldi is a Templar of the Blessed Order of the Valiant, who came to Belcane about a week before its destruction, basically doing the doomsaying prophet of, holy shit, get ready, we're about to be attacked, it's going to happen, it's going to be real, and pretty much no one really paid attention, so he made himself ready, and then the town got attacked, and he died. But Templar Damien informs you that his sword is Truthseeker. It's a dwarven-made blade that is the property of the Blessed Order of the Valiant. But Templar Damien sees no reason why it should sit and rust away on a shelf. So, Brother Lauren, of course. There's,
I
it doesn't,
strive
like,
for
nobody
truth.
tries and takes it off you, but you're politely informed that it is a relic of the Blessed Order of the Valiant. And you know that it is bane to all Fae who disguise themselves with trickery and illusion.
Well, I truth is what I hold most dear, so this sword is going to see a lot of good use, and it'll not rust.
Okey-dokies. So I think that's everything except experience. There's a
Yeah.
25 reward from Milosh, which probably doesn't divide very well. So
No. Well, there's the chalice
yeah,
we need to.
seven gold. Oh, actually, yeah, chalice. What are you doing with
Yeah.
the chalice?
If I can trade it in for money, since it's a chalice, I'm assuming it's some sort of holy item, so I present it to Templar Damien.
He looks at it. He's like, oh, this is very interesting. Unfortunately, I cannot offer you any reward. I do not know the religious significance of this, and my pockets are bare, I'm afraid.
Hmm.
If it is gold that you seek, perhaps Xiaodi could offer you some price for this, but I understand if you wish to leave it with me.
I think this callus means something useful. We found it in the chasm. The chasm continued, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, we-
I feel like there is some sort of significance in investing in the church. I feel like that's important. And in fact, I do still have those tentacles, and he wanted to bring them here as like an offering, like in an earlier
He
place.
wanted to destroy them,
I'm-
essentially.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, fine. I'm gonna give him the tentacles, and I'm gonna give him the chalice, and I'm gonna be like, all right, you owe me one. Be blessed.
Okay.
Peace
Um,
out, dude.
You
He looks
owed
at
him
the
one.
tentacles that you hand him, and they're like, "Oh God, what the fuck are these? Yeah, I shall
These
destroy
are-
these post. Oh yeah, I remember these from like 2 months ago. Yeah, I shall destroy these. This is good, brother Lauren. Have you been carrying these in your backpack for 2 weeks, two months?
I was holding off on destroying them because I was wondering if there was some sort of greater purpose, and I did not want to waste it. But unfortunately, they've just been rotting in my backpack, and I think they're better in the fires of hell than here.
Okay.
So,
So like, I think Templar Damien thanks you and like gives you a small amount of money, which magically makes the 25 gold divide into 7 gold each. So you all gain 7 gold from that. And I think we can move on to experience, unless anyone has like any further wrap-up questions.
So, how much gold did we get
7.
total?
Well-
7 each.
All right.
Because not Templar, Seneschal Milosh gave you 25 gold for returning the records.
Okay.
And okay, let's see, experience. First off, is
Sorry.
anyone going to be adding this up as I go? Because it's very disconcerting when I finish saying it and then I go to add it up and someone else has already added it up. So
no. Just add everything and then divide it equally, and then we'll write down the final number that you have.
excellent. So for discovering the cave, there's 50 XP. For rescuing the people in the cave, there's 50 XP. For killing the people that you rescued from the cave,
It was not our choice to kill them. It was their choice.
it was indeed their choice to attack you. This is true.
Yeah.
But for defeating them in lawful combat, there is 225 XP. Then there is inspiration, and then getting to the town. So, in the ruins of Belkane, there is a amount of XP for defeating Lord Grimaldi's puppet body. Oh god, too many things. I should have written this down as I went. Would have made this easier. 100. Where are you? Okay. 150 XP. So for defeating Lord Grimaldi's corpse, essentially, and the malicious Fae, there's 150 XP. For recovering the sword, there is 100 XP. For learning that Fae are behind this whole sorry affair, there is 250 experience. Defeating the two goblins, there is 100 experience. For defeating the wardrobe full of clothing, there is 150 experience. For learning that the source of the magical illusion that is over Belkane is from the Fae and within the town hall, there is 200 experience. And for defeating the 3 Fae where the records were, there is 150 XP. And for finding the records and returning them safely to town, there is 250 XP.
Okay, divvy up time.
50 plus 50 plus 225 plus 150 plus 100 plus 250 plus 100 plus 150 plus 200 plus 150 plus 250. 1675 divided by 4. Everybody gains 420 experience.
420! Woo! Okay.
Oh my god, prophecy. Prophecy.
Mr. 420 gave us 420. And guess what? I got 720 experience right now. I am 180 away from level 3.
I'm
And I
40
believe
away
that
from level 3.
Philly is now
Level 2, here I go.
So, thank you all for playing. And closing out, are there any words you wish to say to the internet before we?
1 second. Just remind me of the name. It was Truth's Bane, the name of the sword? Or
The name of the
Sword of
is
Truth?
Truth Seeker. Truth Seeker.
Truth Seeker.
And engraved on it are the words, "Bane to all that lie." And the current abilities that you know of it is Dwarven, and it trembles / is hot / glows light blue when in the presence of illusions or fey.
Alright.
Mhm.
Can detect illusions and fey and dwarven. Bane to all that lie, Truth Seeker. Thank you. The only thing I would add is that I think that we spent a lot of time at the beginning of the episodes, like speaking. We waste like half an hour in like talking, and I don't know. I think if we condense these things, it would be better. It's like, hey, I'm doing well. Hey, I'm doing shitty. Hey, I played this new game. It's pretty cool. Oh, what's it called? Dota 2. It's been out for 3 years. Okay, let's get going. And then
Well, we only see each
I
other.
can't be doing that.
in this
I have to
session,
delay you so that you
7
don't
weeks.
win.
yeah,
It's
that's the
an
problem.
intentional.
I could have
thing that I
killed
do
at
to
least
stop
5
you.
more Fae in the time this took. In the time this took us.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
thank you.
anything
it was
you want
fun.
to say to the internet? Any shout outs? Any calls to recruit people to various games?
How many people are watching the stream?
8.
But
Like
Hey,
I have
from
an
YouTube.
audience that is the other players.
Hey, yo, you, if you're watching, join the Vape Nation right now, dude. Smoke that joint, get that marijuana, go green. Papa John's.
You loyal.
In fact, you're a genius. Right.
Oh,
Well, I have nothing to say. I don't think anybody else
yeah,
has either.
neither.
Let's wave goodbye.
Okey-dokey then. Well,
Bye, bye. It's the
Thank you all.
bye-bye song.
nice to see you, and good night, everyone.